Hello everybody, Speed 2010 here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to part 54 and the finale of my Need for Speed Unbound story mode playthrough. And in today's video, we're just going to be taking on ending it off with the Lakeshore Grand. Hopefully you can get my starter car back. Now that I don't really care much about it, and after that, I will give you my personal thoughts on the game, story mode as a whole. So feel free to stick around till after the credits roll if you're interested. But without further ado, let's get right into it.
Hey kid, I don't know if I ever told you this, but if you feel that need, that need for, wait, what was it? The need for, shit, I always forget this.
Rydell, man, I got you. Don't worry. Hey, I even used some of that baby powder.
I'll be rooting for you.
Thanks, Rydell.
Oh, speed, speed, the need for speed.
Looks like Alec replaced me already. Did I look that ridiculous?
Yes, absolutely. They're dropping a fortune to stop us.
What do we do if it works?
I don't know. Put a crew together, save the world, race home, pop a cold one, talk about family, eat barbecue, do the same thing, only different like 8, 9 times. Let's show them how we do things in the lake.
Hey, just in case. I need you to know I'm sorry. Like you said, I had 2 years to make it right, and I didn't.
Yes, listen. I'm still gonna take that car. Don't think them little tears can let you off easy.
Oh, tears? You know, you need to worry about running the race instead of running that mouth.
All right, shut up! Shut up, shut up! This is it! Woo! Now check your phones for the starting line, huh? Now I'm gonna be real. 5-0 knows something's going down. They'll be out tonight. But that's not gonna stop you, right? Hey! It's time for the Lakeshore Grand!
Corny.
You know what? As long as it's one of us.
worried?
Concerned, maybe, for your safety.
Looks like we're going into the skies. I'm close.
Sure that thing's gonna make it?
You didn't work on it, so yeah.
How good do I look?
All units, interceptors joining in on the chase.
I'm surprised you're still in the race. I would have thought you'd flame out by now.
I mean, I am on fire, if that's what you're saying.
Interceptor is here to get in on the action.
You're not gonna say anything about my chances?
Sorry, I'm busy right now. Can I ignore you another time?
No one takes my money without a fight.
Patrol ready to help you guys.
Ouch. One race in and Yaz is already eliminated. Tough break.
Can we get this over with? I got places I need to be. This could go south pretty fast.
In pursuit of racers.
They took us out, man.
Interceptor has joined the chase. Patrol here and ready to assist.
I can take you out. All is fair and straight, I say.
Interceptor no longer in pursuit. You've been taken out. Control, this is Patrol. We're going after this racer too.
Come on now.
Did somebody say pursuit? Interceptor here, ready and willing. First, take an interceptor out of the chase.
Hey, pretty fly, right?
This driver's a complete numbskull. Control, AWD on the scene.
How good do I look?
pursuit.
That was my fault, people. I actually thought Lyric was a cop.
You look nervous. You should be.
Dispatch, we're in pursuit of suspects. Interceptor here to help take this code down. Dispatch, patrol here. We're going after the perp too. Dispatch, we need to bail out of the chase.
How good do I look?
You and foolers going against me.
Dispatch, we're chasing down the suspect too.
You better have my money. I don't like waiting. I'm not going to let that slide.
Let's get in on this action. Game over for us, man. Game over.
This should come as no surprise to you.
Great! Finally, I have some competition.
I don't see
just about to lose to you.
Yes!
That was wild, bro!
Did it!
Woohoo! Everybody loves an underdog.
Oh yeah? How's Alec?
Broke, fam. Thanks to you.
I'm lost. Why do you sound happy?
Oh, did I give you the impression that I work for Alec? How many times I have to tell you, Speedy? You never bet on just one horse. When I win, I win. When I lose, I still win. Learn from this, Jasmine. Loyalty's overrated. Nah, it's not. Yo, bro, can I get a ride? Hey, you earned it. Just go easy. She's got more kick than the last time you drove her.
Kick, huh? You know, Rydell would love to see all this work he done on her.
You think?
Yeah, and I need someone to take my car back to the garage. Try to keep up. Yes, you weren't kidding. She's got more kick than a Carolina Reaper.
Told you.
But I could have done driving this thing.
Crashed on the first corner.
You forget what just happened?
No, I saw you lose it a few times.
Only one of us lost it.
Damn, that was cold.
Too soon?
Just go easy, okay?
Please. I've waited 2 years. We are way past going easy.
You're on. Just don't say I didn't warn you.
You must have put in a lot of work over these years.
Night and day.
Shows. Still. Can't believe you couldn't win the Grand even in this.
You ever gonna let me live this down?
Not a chance.
This city holds a lot of memories.
It's our city now. We finally made it. Raced our way into Lakeshore legend.
We still got work to do. Harder at the top. Everybody wants to take you down. Believe me.
I'd like to see them try when I'm driving this whip. Rydell is gonna be hyped when he sees her.
Think he's gonna be okay with me turning up?
Why wouldn't he be?
'Cause he's stubborn?
Check the mirror lately?
I ain't stubborn.
Seriously? Remember that time at Deering's when you ordered the jumbo chili sub with all the trimmings?
And?
He said, "Girl, you won't finish all that."
And your point?
You ended up stuffing your face till.
I threw up all over Rydell.
And he said,
Next time, order the salad. Easier to clean. I miss him.
he misses you too, yes?
We'll see.
You made a mistake. Own it.
Talking mistakes.
Yeah?
How about Miss? People loving this drama.
What, you trying to ruin the moment?
What, I'm the only one getting chewed out?
Ain't much to say. Without her, I wouldn't have won the Grand.
So you replace me.
Tess was not a Yaz replacement. For starters, she didn't know the difference between a spanner and a torque wrench.
I don't doubt that.
She did know the difference between sweet potatoes and yams, though.
There's a difference? You had no idea what her play was?
Had my doubts. Honestly, though, only thing I cared about was beating you.
Yeah, and I deserve that. But people like Pinks, they're only out for themselves.
Maybe, but everyone deserves a second chance, right? An opportunity to change.
Okay, I'm getting the irony. Can't wait to see what you two did with the garage. Was thinking about how Rydell would call me when he couldn't find Wrenchy.
Funny, caught him talking to Wrenchy last week.
What was he saying?
How come I always find you now? You're exactly where I put you. I told him you hit it deliberately, just to mess with him.
You know, I'm about to turn around.
Yes, you better not run off with another one of my cars.
Can't make no promises. Remember when we started out?
Yeah, of course.
Just a couple of gearheads with nothing to lose.
We thought we were gonna win it all right off the bat.
You thought we were gonna win it all. I had a handle on reality.
Maybe. Although, I can't believe you made me do that jump.
Could have been over before we even started. But the thrill, right? You can't bottle that.
It's what we live for. That need for...
Don't say it. But yeah, this is just the end of the beginning.
No doubt. Besides, something's missing from the garage.
What?
The Jasmine touch. Look who I found.
Sounds pretty. Smells nice, too. Rydell,
Compressor shot. Dude tried to fix it himself. I told him. Now I gotta undo what he did.
Should have listened to you.
Pain in the ass. So how's the heights?
Overrated. You take the turbo out first?
Since when do you do things by the book?
Well, never too late to start.
Well, all right.
The lake, better watch out.
That was fun. First thing I'm doing, changing the front rims to match. Or a different set of rims entirely.
Street racing started in the street, right? So it's street. Hip hop is street. When you...
Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say thank you for those that stuck with me through this long playthrough. probably the longest I've ever done, at least in my quote unquote YouTube career. Anyway, I'm gonna give my thoughts on the game now that I've played the story mode from beginning to end, and I'm gonna give what I think about it. Feel free to, you are more than welcome to agree or disagree with me in the comment section below, as everybody does have their own opinion, and I'm actually interested in seeing what you guys think. So, first things first, the story mode. And keep in mind, this is coming from somebody that's as old as the game series itself, and that's been playing a lot of them from pretty much almost every era. The classic era with Need for Speed High Stakes from '99, my first one, for the OG PlayStation, to the Underground era with Underground 1, 2, Most Wanted, Carbon, the Back to the Roots era with Hot Pursuit 2010, The Run, Rivals, Most Wanted, all the way up to now, with the exception of Need for Speed 2015. So, anyway, what I think of Unbound, this is a pretty solid game. And keep in mind, and I know that it's not really for everybody. I'll admit oh, that's a 381. And it's got a single turbo. Huh, not bad. Not bad at all. Anyway, when the game first came out, I was still on PS4. Didn't have the money to buy a PS5, so I just really spoiled myself watching gameplay of it, and really not necessarily like a big playthrough of it, but like the big massive races, with the exception of the Grand itself. That one I did not spoil. But now that I've experienced it, this feels like Heat. Feels very similar to Heat, but slightly better in some ways, but also slightly not so good in others. First off, the dialogue. Um, yeah, it's the dialogue is hit and miss, especially from Tess. Yeah, especially from Tess. The characters were likable. The story was down to earth, no over the top. Nothing real over the top in terms of story wise. It's just down to earth. I like. I will admit I do like Lakeshore as a map to an extent, because I've always wanted to visit Chicago, but it's kind of sort of unforgettable, kind of forgettable, almost not unlike Heats where it's set in Miami, and that one is memorable. The handling physics, it's similar. I love the fact that instead of Heat, grip builds are now viable just as much as drift builds now. And you can tune your car to whichever one you like, and the customization is also carried over, with the exception of the ultimate and ultimate plus parts. I just feel that one was always, I feel that it was missing here and whatnot. But hey, the customization is just as good as that, if not better, with the exception of the addition of bumper removal, which I also like. The car roster with over 140 cars at launch, it's pretty large compared to, it's a bit larger than Heat, which had what, about 120-ish cars at least, cars at launch. So anyway, um, yeah, no, where was it? Yeah, the cars are all right. The car sounds, in my opinion, is a bit of a downgrade to me, at least in terms of sound wise. Heat did it a little bit better. The cars sound more muted, if you can get what I'm saying. Yeah, the car sounds a bit more muted, but overall, I like the fact that we can still customize the sound, especially when when you can make the forced induction either louder or softer. You can louder or softer, the different tires and stuff. Honestly, the customization is just the Heat customization from Heat from just carry it over. If it's not broke, don't fix it. And I've always kind of liked that about it. So the only thing I really don't, the only thing that I don't like is really more of a nitpick. To me, is the cops almost feel like Carbon cops from Carbon, like they were an afterthought. They are challenging to an extent in lower heat levels, especially in heat level B or A when you're just starting out. Because for those of you that have stayed watching this, I actually got busted 5 times and nothing of, and which was actually my own personal fault. And I'm not saying that cops AI are dumb, but I'm not saying that AI is dumb. It just feels underwhelming. If you can understand what I'm getting at in terms of the cops AI, I will admit I do like how they switch up different tactics for each heat level, but I kind of feel that they could have done more. Same. I just feel that they kind of could have done more. The delivery missions, such as the time trials and whatnot, they were okay. What I love about it is I love the risk and reward system that this game has, where you gain money and you have to get it back. But I also feel that it could have been tied to the cops, like in Heat, because I feel like the Heat level was a bit underwhelming. Like I just previously said, they just feel more like an annoyance rather than anything. But once you get it down, they're uh not too difficult to they're not too difficult to take care of. But overall, the vibe, I honestly thought that in terms of the shell shaded characters and the driving effects, when they originally came out, before it came out in pre-release stuff like the trailers and whatnot, I was skeptical. I was on the fence. I liked them, but at the same time, I didn't like it. But now, I can say that I actually am one of the, I want to say minority, if you can call it that, one of those that actually enjoys the effects, even though I've really gone for like the more conservative, more muted original stuff, like the not really like the colored smoke and whatnot. But I actually kind of like how it makes the car pop in the character customization. The character customizations is it's just meant for me. Although I will admit I do like the cell shaded styles because it helps contrast to the city's grayness with the all the colors and whatnot. But yeah, I feel that's all I have to say. Do I think Need for Speed Unbound is a good title? The physics, actually, before I do that, honestly, the physics feel very similar to Heat. If you're a fan of Need for Speed Heat and it's coming from that game, the driving is going to feel a little bit familiar. However, I will admit I'm still not the biggest fan of the crab walking that the drifting does, especially when you do a drift challenge and it's really drift based, really distance based, excuse me, rather than points based in previous games. But I do like, but the physics feel similar. They feel tight and loose. If you want to grip, you can. If you want to drift, you can do that. But overall, I had a pretty pleasant experience with story mode. I don't have, as of this recording on March 27th, I have yet to go in online, but keep in mind I will be doing that very soon. So I'll be recording some videos on that. Who knows how many? I'm definitely going to do the lockdown game mode. So stay tuned for that if you wish. But other than that, the characters were okay. Everything was just fine. I if there's one thing I love about the game that I think should come back in a future title, other than the customization, is the burst nitrous mechanic. that thing when you grip and drift and whatnot, you could it's a game changer. But and also knowing how to use it, it can actually ruin your race, or it can just keep you in it. As you, some of you may have seen, I prefer to use it after I come out of a drift in a straightaway, rather than just turning, because I'm not. I'll admit I am a what I'm self-described as painfully average, and so I'm not all that confident yet in using a burst and using a shot of burst nitrous to in the corner. I'm more used to it coming out of a straightaway, because that's how I'm used to using nitrous in really other games. You know, other games like Heat, Midnight Club, and various other titles. But other than that, that's pretty much all I have to say for now in terms of my thoughts on Need for Speed Unbound. I'll admit there are some people that aren't fond of it, and that's completely fine. But if you're a fan of Need for Speed Heat, I think this is a pretty solid title, and I think you should give it a try at least once. Who knows? You might like it like myself, like a Need for Speed fan, or you might not like it and go back to something else. But other than that, that's gonna do it for me. This is Speed Freak 2010. I just want to say, if you did enjoy, please, as always, feel free to leave a like at the end. Feel free to hit the subscribe button, as always, if you want to stay up to date with whatever kind of videos I put out, whether it's Need for Speed related, Grand Theft Auto, basically anything I just feel like recording. Feel free to drop a comment down below, letting me know if you had played Need for Speed Unbound. What was your favorite part? What you didn't like? What you didn't like? And as always, I hope you enjoyed. Oh, and one last thing, I also love the not necessarily the tags, but the samples, the way you can make your car sound just a bit different. Although I will admit, I kind of wish there were a couple more. Uh, I don't know, maybe a couple more engine swaps and a few less convertible slots. Just put all the cars with hardtop versions and just make the convertibles. And this is just a wish list that I'm just saying, speaking of, but in a future Need for Speed, whenever that comes out, make all the hard, make all the cars hardtops first, and just make the convertibles just a customization item, and that way you could just save space on other cars. I will be doing car building videos where I just build the car and stuff and just take it out in gameplay like I did in Need for Speed Heat. I won't be doing like every single one, just those that just feel like building. And so feel free to just hit the subscribe button for that, as always. But as always, I just want to say thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace. Also, as a heads up, ladies and gentlemen, the standard edition of Need for Speed Unbound is 90% off PlayStation 5 on PSN until April 9th. So if you're interested, grab it while you can. Alright, see ya.